Hi, Jeremy. I really liked how you kind of folded the diversity section into it. You talked about at your school, it's about a third Hispanic, a third white, and a third African American. So that was pretty impressive. I mean, that's like the perfect school. And I'll be honest, in the excursions in London, when we went into the schools, we probably saw it wasn't a third, a third, a third. There was normally less white. So they would have been the minority. But it's always interesting to see the different minorities, how it all blends together. So you're very lucky. And I think you said that. So you talked about the diversity as far as minorities. And keep in mind, diversity can also talk about talents and individualism and uniqueness. So you can think in terms of, you got to have a group of white people, but some may be introverts, extroverts. There's a lot of diversity even among that. Or you could have a group of Hispanics and there's going to be diversity. So I think really what I was driving at was to try to get people to start thinking about diversity as uniqueness, regardless of what race or gender or anything, just being able to highlight that. And I don't think we actually use the term diversity like that. I think it normally references minorities, but I'd love to see us get a little bit away from that, especially as administrators. You talked about transgender, and you're right, you follow the law. You have to handle each case individually. They're all going to be unique, and you have to meet the needs of the students. I will tell you that I was quite impressed with one of your colleagues because the intern suggested that you use a leadership team in 3 areas. One being, what are the needs of the student, because they have to be met. 2, what are the services that are available that can be offered to the student? And 3rd is, how do you protect a student after these decisions are made and it's granted, that the student isn't bullied, or you don't have parents coming to board meetings causing all this trouble and there's a huge backlash. So I thought that was just such a wonderful way of breaking it down. And part of that leadership team can be told is to follow the law and then to cover these 3 areas, because there normally is a backlash, unfortunately, and you want to avoid that. I thought it was interesting. You talked about gender issues really not being a big deal because you had a principal that was a Black female, and you think that it's gotten a lot better. There may be still some challenges, but that it's improved over time. And respect seems to be the key. I actually agree with you. It is about respect, but the difference, and it still exists today, it hasn't gotten any better, is that a white male will receive respect more often and quicker than what a female, even a white female. So imagine a Black female. So they have to work a whole lot harder to get the same automatic respect that's granted to a white male. It has not improved over the years. Now, it is true that once they get that respect, then they can pretty well maintain it. But there's just a difference in getting to that level. So I wanted to share that with you because I'm not sure that your principal may even have thought about it or shared that with you, or it'd come up in conversation, or maybe she's not even aware of it. It's just the research really supports that. And I know myself, I've witnessed it. As far as a female superintendent that came in with several new males, we were treated differently. And of course, that's been 16 years ago now, but I'm not sure it's really changed a whole lot. So I still thought, I love the fact that you still caught up on the fact that it is respect. It really is getting to that. It's just different based on the race and the gender of the person as far as how fast they get there. I love your videos. They're always upbeat and you're always so positive and exciting and very engaging. And I think that's a real asset for you as an administrator, because I certainly enjoy it when I watch your video. Thanks for sharing, and you did a great job.